fans, welcome to Saturday morning's most exciting hour. John Roberts alongside Matthew Thiel here to call all this great Gym Wars action. In our opening contest, Vennis DeMarco is going to go one-on-one with Jeckles.
Now this is a one-on-one confrontation between the spirit of APW and one of the creepy members of the Carnival of Shadows, Jeckles.
And in our huge main event, the boss Derek Sanders and his gun for hire Alexis Dareveko take on Big Country, Jody Kristofferson, and Rood in tag team action.
I can't wait to see what Jody Kristofferson has coming to him. Why is he sticking his nose where it doesn't belong in this battle between Rood and Derek Sanders?
I believe he's sticking up for his friend who's kind of down on his luck right now, but is trying to fight out of it and is taking his fight to the man who put him down on his luck. That'd be the boss, Derek Sanders.
Speaking of fights, Jeckles is about to make his way to the ring, and that man knows how to fight.
That's right. Speaking of fights, last week, Mr. Wrestling number 4 got the victory over Corvus.
Introducing first, from Carnival, weighing 240 pounds, he is a member of the Carnival of Shadows, Jeckles.
Now, hopefully, Vennis DeMarco can keep that momentum that Mr. Wrestling number 4 gained last week and carry it into this match with Jeckles this week. I know it's strange, I know it's weird. I've been getting letters all the time asking me why I'm supporting Team APW, people that I have gone on record hating, but I have to say, I hate the Carnival of Shadows just a little bit more than I do Vennis DeMarco.
Well, Jeckles, it's been a long time since we saw this completely ultimate creepy side of Jeckles, and even then, that was way back when he first debuted in All Pro Wrestling, and even then, it wasn't anywhere near as creepy as this.
Just listen to the music that Jeckles has coming out. I mean, John, I'm having flashbacks to the beatdown, and it's not good.
I can imagine that looked devastating when the Carnival of Shadows beat you up, as amused as I was by it.
Yeah, always amused.
Well, now it's time for the introduction of the man who has been called the spirit of all pro wrestling, Vennis DeMarco.
And his opponent from Venice, Italy, weighing 225 pounds, Vennis DeMarco.
Once upon a time, JJ Perez was known as Mr. APW, and I think that Vennis DeMarco is following a similar path to greatness, I guess you could say, by being the spirit of APW.
I'm pretty sure if the commissioner was here right now, he would say that is okay.
Wow, you're a goober.
Well, just because I know the fact that the commissioner probably would sign off on this guy taking over, he would sign off on Vennis DeMarco taking the reins from him and becoming the face of all pro wrestling.
I don't know about that. Let's see how Vennis DeMarco fares in this match. If Jeckles the Jester rips Vennis DeMarco apart and ends his career, I mean, there goes the new Mr. APW, Vennis DeMarco.
Well, you know, we talked about it a few moments ago. Last week, Mr. Wrestling number 4 able to gain some momentum for all pro wrestling in this fight against the Carnival of Shadows by defeating the patriarch of the family of the Carnival of Shadows when he defeated the puppet master Corvus. And now Vennis DeMarco has I'd have to call it, he has a big task in front of him in Jeckles the Jester, a former worldwide internet champion, a former universal heavyweight champion.
But you can't forget that Vennis DeMarco is a former 2-time APW tag team champion.
That's right, back in the Mafia with Chris Coleone, who's a former all-pro wrestling star. And I believe current worldwide internet champion Matt Carlos debuted against Chris Coleone.
Lots of history in all pro wrestling. You can see it all back in the day. YouTube.com/allprowrestling for some APW classics, as well as every episode of Gym Wars that's been on TV so far.
Well, Jeckles the Jester, you know, normally when a referee goes to check a wrestler to see if they have any foreign objects hidden on their person, they stand for it, but Jeckles opting to just continue to sit in the corner there. Folks, this match gets underway when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Vennis DeMarco against Jeckles, here to kick things off on Gym Wars.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
And we're back, wrestling fans. It's time for our opening contest on this week's All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. Jeckles gonna go one-on-one with the man who I think Matthew Thiel just dubbed the new Mr. APW, Vennis DeMarco.
Nah, I'm not going to get in trouble with the commissioner by saying that, but before we get too deep in this match, let's talk about these PVV vignettes that we've been seeing over the last few weeks here on Gym Wars. What's that? He seems to have the right attitude, I'll say that.
I understand from talking to the show's producers that that's paid advertising. He bought the commercial time, and whatever PVV is, has purchased that commercial time.
But back to the action here, a shoving match between Jeckles and Venice. Vennis DeMarco's been fired up every time he's been getting in the ring with the Carnival of Shadows.
And so has Jeckles as he just goes after DeMarco with those big right forearms. But DeMarco coming right after him. And a big STO from DeMarco takes down Jeckles. Nice offense early on, and a standing drop kick from DeMarco. You don't see him leave his feet too often, but he did that time. And he flies with a suicide dive through the second rope, right onto Jeckles, onto the fans in the front row of the War Zone.
Oh my. Again, if you want to come see the APW action live and have wrestlers fall in your lap, there's no place better than right here at the APW Garage. Head to allprowrestling.com for all the information.
And DeMarco taking a moment to grab a sign from a fan.
Venice with a vendetta. I don't think it could be described in any other way than a vendetta against the Carnival of Shadows. Vennis DeMarco, the spirit of APW. I'm not going to go as far as calling him Mr. APW.
Well, you did call him Mr. APW.
Tomato, tomato, whatever.
Well, there's a right hand from Jeckles to the face of DeMarco. And now look at a clothesline him in that ring post. But DeMarco smartly moving out of the way, showing his veteran instinct. Saw it coming, and now Jeckles is going to pay the price as his arm just gets wrapped around that turnbuckle post.
And that is going to be the opening that Vennis DeMarco needs. He has taken out the Jokeslam from under Jeckles, and he's creating these opportunities to punish Jeckles outside the ring.
Right fist to the face by DeMarco. This has just become a personal issue as he's biting at the arm of Jeckles over the weeks here on Gym Wars and over the last few months. This has just gone from being a purely sport battle to completely and utterly personal between DeMarco and the Carnival of Shadows, and for the most part, Jeckles.
Personal is a great way of describing it, John. This fight is personal for Vennis DeMarco. He is an APW boot camp graduate. All of his success has been seen right here in All Pro Wrestling. When he fights the Carnival of Shadows, he doesn't fight just for himself. He fights for himself, he fights for the building, and he fights for all these APW sheep sitting around the ring.
DeMarco in control of this contest, just targeting both arms of Jeckles, so he can't do the Jokeslam with the arm he normally does or with the other. Oh, and some new offense from DeMarco. That's a great way to break an arm. Jeckles, luckily for Jeckles, it didn't happen that time. But DeMarco just going after Jeckles like he stole his lunch money. Again, a personal battle here between these two, and a clothesline from DeMarco.
I think it might be a little more personal than third-grade thievery, John.
Well, there's a cover and a hook of the leg, but only two for DeMarco that time. And now setting up the arm for submission. Looks like he's going for a bit of a crossface, but he's just going to be content with targeting the arm. And now he's got the arm grapevine. Jeckles trying to crawl towards that bottom rope, but he's not able to move. And if you can read lips like I'm reading them right now, DeMarco's telling Jeckles to tap out.
He's trying to punish Jeckles and embarrass him in front of all of these people. This is a fight. This is a fight for himself. It's a fight for APW. We've been saying it time and time again.
Well, there's a lateral press. 1, 2, only 2 that time for DeMarco. You were saying?
I wasn't saying anything. It's a fight.
DeMarco with an elbow to the back of Jeckles' head. And the Jester, well, formerly known as the Jester, Jeckles taking a look at his nose there, trying to see if it's possibly bleeding, but it's not right now. And a key lock there from DeMarco behind the back of Jeckles.
It's clear that Vennis DeMarco had a plan heading into this one, and he's been following it to a T. Take out the arm of Jeckles the Jester, and you take away his most powerful weapon, the Jokeslam.
Well, Jeckles down on a knee now, trying to fight out with some closed fist shots to the gut of DeMarco as we've reached the 5-minute mark in this contest. DeMarco taking a moment to get into a signature A for the crowd, a Kodak moment, and a back elbow to the back of the head of Jeckles. DeMarco just targeting Jeckles' arm, really trying to take away that offense from Jeckles and take away that Jokeslam.
Vennis DeMarco has had Jeckles for a loop this entire match. Jeckles is able to get a little bit of offense here, but Vennis DeMarco has been in control of this match from the beginning.
Well, a drop toe hold by Jeckles, and now a leg drop across the back of the head of DeMarco, hanging him up to dry on that bottom rope, and a closed fist shot from the outside to his face by Jeckles. DeMarco in a trouble now. Jeckles crawls back into the ring and just targeting the chest of DeMarco. A shot now to the pectoral region, trying to shake the cobwebs out of that arm.
He's going after the ear. He's trying to rip the ear off of Vennis DeMarco's head.
Well, it only takes about 5 to 8 pounds of pressure to rip off a human ear, and it looked like Jeckles was trying to do that right there. Jeckles still trying to get the rust out of that arm, or the cobwebs, whatever you want to call it, trying to get some feeling back into it after DeMarco broke it down early in this contest. Hooks the outside leg, 1, 2, only 2 that time for Jeckles. And I'm going to ask you, Matthew Thiel, the question I asked you last week during our main event. Who do you think is going to win this contest?
I think the momentum for Vennis DeMarco is very solid headed into this one, but you have to give the strength of Jeckles its proper respect. Vennis DeMarco has by far pounded on Jeckles harder in this match so far, but the shots that Jeckles puts in has been taken more out of Vennis DeMarco than Vennis has been able to do to Jeckles.
Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to have to take a commercial break. This match continues. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to Gym Wars. And welcome back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. Jeckles the Jester able to get control right before commercial break and has continued to dominate Vennis DeMarco. And there's a big high back body drop, sending DeMarco high into the lights above. This has been an excellent contest so far.
And the face of Jeckles says it all. You saw that grin across the face of Jeckles after he hit that back body drop.
Well, Jeckles looking for the Jokeslam, but DeMarco able to counter. Definitely, you got to chalk that up to the abuse that Jeckles' arm took throughout this whole match. Hooks the outside leg there, 1, 2, only able to get 2 that time. DeMarco almost saw some daylight there, had that counter out of the Jokeslam, but Jeckles able to get back in control of this match. A boot to the face of DeMarco. Those hooked boots of Jeckles coming into play once again, and now with a camel clutch applied in the center of the ring.
Now, while there was a sense of aggression behind every movement of Vennis DeMarco early on in this match, it really seems as though Jeckles is out for blood.
And I'm not surprised. This has been a well-documented, highly personal contest between these two and between Team APW and the Carnival of Shadows.
And now fish hooking the face of Vennis DeMarco.
Now even you have to agree that that's going too far and breaking the rules.
How dirty are the fingers of Jeckles?
I don't even want to think about it.
Disgusting.
Jeckles continuing to target the back of the head of DeMarco, trying to set him up for that Jokeslam and get maximum damage on him. And you got to think, following that big forearm, though, I might have to retract what I was going to say, which is that Jeckles might not be able to get everything into the Jokeslam as he goes for a cover there. Only 2 that time for Jeckles. And now with a rear headlock applied in the center of the ring on DeMarco. DeMarco starting to show signs of fatigue as he's fading a little bit.
He needs to find a way to get back on top of this match, or he's going to find himself looking at those lights and hearing that count of 3.
Well, the crowd strongly behind DeMarco. This APW crowd definitely wants to see a member of Team APW get the victory here today. Oh, but DeMarco gets countered as Jeckles had his hands clasped still around the throat of DeMarco and hauls him down. Hooks the outside leg. 1, 2, could it be 3? No! DeMarco able to kick out just in the nick of time.
The spirit of APW lives strong inside Vennis DeMarco. He's able to get that shoulder off of the mat.
Well, DeMarco looking to counter Jeckles and does so. Belly to belly throw there from DeMarco, planting Jeckles. And now both men down center of the ring as referee Toby Reynolds begins his count. If he gets to 10 while both men are down, it's going to be a draw, a double count out.
I would hate to see this match in a double count out, John Roberts.
DeMarco trying to get back to his feet, summoning all the power, all the willpower and strength from this crowd. The spirit of APW trying to get to his feet. Big forearms to the face of Jeckles, followed by ones to DeMarco as well. And that one just rocking DeMarco. They're still on their knees and they're just going at it with forearm smashes. And DeMarco going on top, trying to pepper away at the face of Jeckles.
I don't think I've ever seen Jeckles receive quite the beating that Vennis DeMarco is giving him right now.
DeMarco, he's setting him up. Big clothesline takes down Jeckles. A second one for good measure, trying to take off the head of Jeckles. Jeckles looking for one, springboard out the second rope with that back elbow. Signature offense from DeMarco.
DeMarco's pumped up, he's ready to go. He's going in.
Jeckles was looking for the Jokeslam, but got countered by DeMarco.
He's able to kick that arm of Jeckles, add more injury onto it.
Well, there's a 2 count, almost 3 once again, but Jeckles able to get out just in the nick of time.
And of course, Vennis DeMarco brought him down with that one-arm breaker as well.
That's right, following that one-arm breaker by DeMarco, targeting that arm still. Oh, looking to close on him again, but gets countered by Jeckles. And a full Nelson slam from Jeckles takes down DeMarco, hooks the outside leg. Could it be a 1, 2, almost 3, but no, DeMarco able to kick out once again.
I wouldn't call that a kick out. I would call that a roll. Vennis DeMarco, he doesn't have much left.
That was desperation at its finest. DeMarco trying to get out and able to do so. Now setting him up for a signature vertical suplex. No, takes
Falcon's
over
arrow.
with the Falcon's arrow.
One of the finest moves in Vennis DeMarco's repertoire is that Falcon's arrow, and I'm surprised he was able to get it on Jeckles, who is a much bigger opponent. That says everything about the mentality of Vennis DeMarco in this match.
Well, the spirit of APW looking to soar as he goes outside and he's going to climb the ropes. What could he be thinking? Like I said earlier today, you don't really see DeMarco leave his feet too much. He's normally a ground and pound in-your-face wrestler. Oh, but he gets crotched up on the top rope.
He pays the price for going against his normal game plan.
You had to think that the blood and the adrenaline was flowing through the veins of DeMarco at that point, and he was going to try and put a nail in the coffin in this match, but Jekyll's able to counter him. And now DeMarco countering Jeckles. He's going to go up to that top rope once again. No, Jeckles racing back up. Oh, no. Jokeslam from the second rope.
Oh, my God.
1, 2, 3, and Jeckles with a super Jokeslam off the second rope gets the victory here on Gym Wars.
And the winner by pinfall in 13 minutes and 20 seconds, Jekyll.
Jeckles gets the victory following a huge Jokeslam to Vennis DeMarco.
There was no way Vennis was going to be able to defend himself against that one. It came out of nowhere, and I can't think of anyone that would be able to get up from a super Jokeslam.
And DeMarco's not getting up. He hasn't moved since impact in the ring. He is motionless. And I think that sign said it best, the gym, as far as the way that the Gym Wars crowd feels about Jeckles the Jester. And we've seen him talk to that hand before. It's almost like a toy that he uses to destroy people.
And that creepy look that Jeckles just gave to all of the people watching at home, that demented smile, just the pride in what he did to Vennis DeMarco, it makes me sick to my stomach, I'll have to admit.
Well, don't go anywhere, folks. Gym Wars continues. A huge main event still to come. Tag team match featuring the Boss, Derek Sanders, and Will Rood. We'll be right back.
5, 4...
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. info@allprowrestling.com. Give us a call as well at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Both men, you can tell, have put everything they have in this match, and they put it all on the line. Dylan Drake once again extending his hand like he did 30 minutes ago at the start of this match. And this time, Timothy Thatcher shakes it. But Thatcher just collapsing. That left knee has just got to be in so much pain. We'll try and get an update for you on Thatcher's condition. And you gotta tip your hat to the man. He put everything on the line in this match. He was that close on so many occasions to walking out.
Whoa, what's this here?
Whoa.
What is Blackwell and Corvus doing out here right now? It's never good when the Carnival of Shadows shows up.
Well, an evil stare from Corvus to Timothy Thatcher, and look at the eyes of Blackwell. Since he stepped foot on the stage, he has not let Dylan Drake out of his sight. A piercing glare at the Universal Champion. And
I think they're making their intent known. They want the Universal Heavyweight Champion, and I think Corvus may have picked Blackwell, a smart choice, to be the one that challenges Dylan Drake.
That would be an amazing match and a huge contest for Dylan Drake, who just retained his gold, albeit a 30-minute.
Hello there, wrestling fans. Welcome to the APW News Break. I am your host, the Killer, Jay Mathias. Last week on Gym Wars, we saw a challenge issued by Blackwell, the big man in the Carnival of Shadows. He's coming after Dylan Drake and his Universal Heavyweight title. Well, the champ isn't one to take a challenge lying down. We've got some words from him right now. Let's check them out.
First and foremost, I have a message for you, Timothy Thatcher. You took me to the limit. You and I, we gave everyone in all pro wrestling and everyone in the wrestling world exactly what they thought we'd give them, and that was an instant classic. And I can guarantee you that neither of us, and no one watching that match, were happy with that outcome. I don't like to win that way. I don't like to lose that way, and I know neither do you. So first and foremost to you, Tim Thatcher, the rematch is yours whenever you want it. But that leads me to the Carnival of Shadows. That leads me to my newest mountain to climb, Blackwell. Corvus, I told you, the APW Universal Heavyweight Champion was ready to stand up for all pro wrestling. And I did. I took you to the limit. And now you think that you're going to send the rest of the carnival after me? Silly me. I thought carnivals packed up and moved when their show was done. And I thought your show was done. I thought I called it quits for you. But instead, you think you're going to send me to Larryland? Well, I got a surprise for you. Doesn't matter how big they are, how small they are, how dark they are. Corvus, you can send any member of your Carnival of Shadows my way, and the outcome's going to be exactly the same. Dylan Drake, the All-Pro Wrestling APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, is going to stand tall. And everyone in San Francisco, everyone in the Bay, and everyone watching APW at home is going to be standing tall and raising their hands right along with me. And that, I guarantee you.
Once again, Dylan Drake proves he's a fighting champion. He's ready to take on Blackwell next week in our main event. Now, also next week, the other APW title, the Internet title, is going to be on the line as Sheik Kanabati gets a rematch against Matt Carlos. These two went toe-to-toe in their previous match, also for the Internet title. Sheik almost held that gold, and now the championship committee, after seeing his performance, has decided to give him another crack at it, and Carlos has accepted. Let's take a look back and see how they performed, and then hear from both competitors.
Matt Carlos, you know what? I'm going to give you props. You did it. You pinned me in the ring. I can't complain. It was fair. But I think if we did it again, it might go a little bit different. And I know you're a fighting champion. I know we all want to see it. The people want to see it. And I want another shot at that belt. So, I know you got the guts. Name the place. Name the time. I'll be waiting.
APW fans out there, what's up? This is Out of Control Matt Carlos. But my, oh my, you saw that last match I had with Sheik Kanabati? Oh man, that was a great match. And you know something? I just got out with the skin in my teeth. And Sheik, I hear you're out there. I hear you wanting out another shot, one more time, for the internet title. And you know what? I respect that. And you coming to me man to man asking for one more shot, I will be glad to give you that shot. Because you see, you came up to me and you challenged me like a man does. Not like someone else running around here, Rick Luxury and Marcus Mack, who've got to come out and invent new titles. They got to come out and try to bully their way to title shots. But that's not going to happen. Because this time, when me and Sheik step in one-on-one, it's going to be one competitor versus another. And we are going to tear it down. Because this time, it's going to be wild. And this time, it's going to be crazy. This match is going to be out of control. I'm ready.
There you have it. Words from two men, neither coming in the ring with the intention to lose. We're going to see both belts defended next week on Gym Wars. But right now, this week, we've got a big main event. Alexis Dareveko has accepted money from the boss, Derek Sanders, to back him up in a tag match against his former associate, Rood, and Jody Kristofferson on his corner. This is going to be a big match. There is bad blood going on all around. These men have no love lost for each other. Stay tuned and check it out.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include the Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to Gym Wars, and it's time for our huge main event. And Theo, are you ready? Are you excited for this huge main event, this tag team match?
I am excited for the boss Derek Sanders and the Russian Wolf Alexis Dareveko to tear apart Rood and Jody Kristofferson. I cannot wait for this to happen.
Introducing first, from Los Gatos, California, weighing 200 correction, at a combined weight of 467 pounds, the team of the Russian Wolf, Alexis Dareveko, and the boss, Derek Sanders.
Well, the boss, Derek Sanders, went and got himself a gun for hire, as it were. He got the Russian Wolf, Alexis Dareveko, for this tag team match. And, of course, Rood went and got his friend, Big Country, Jody Kristofferson. Of course, Jody and the boss, they're no strangers to each other either. They have a bit of a history.
What a great choice by the boss Derek Sanders and Alexis Dareveko. I couldn't have picked someone better to stand in my corner and make sure that I lay down the punishment on these two young people that think that they have it all. They graduated from the APW boot camp. They've won a couple of matches here at APW, and suddenly they think they're the cream of the crop. I'm happy that these two are together to push them down a couple.
I do want to point out a couple of similarities of something you just said. Boot camp graduate, the boss Derek Sanders. Won a few matches. The boss Derek Sanders thinks he's better than everyone else. The boss Derek Sanders.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 410 pounds, Rood and Big Country, Jody Kristofferson.
Yes, John Roberts, all of what you said before the announcement of this team is true. However, the boss Derek Sanders is a veteran in this ring, and he has earned every accolade that he has had. He is a multiple-time internet champion, I believe. I don't know, once, twice, 3 times. It doesn't matter. He's held that belt. He's held the tag team championship. He has held the Universal Heavyweight Championship.
We all know that the boss is a former Triple Crown champion, but now he has a huge task in front of him as he and Alexis Dareveko are going to take on Rood and Big Country Jody Kristofferson in our main event when we return to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
All right, Matthew Thiel, it's time for our main event here on Gym Wars Tag Team Action. And there's the bell. And, of course, the referee for this contest is referee Toby Reynolds. This is going to be one exciting tag team match as the Boss and Will Rood get set to lock up. Of course, these two have a huge history with each other. It was the Boss who used to employ Will Rood and was educating him on the ways of pro wrestling.
And Will Rood took that education and he crumpled it into a little ball and threw it right in the face of the Boss, Derek Sanders. But before we get too deep in this match, I've got a question for you, John Roberts.
Yeah?
Where's Sparky Ballard? He's not refereeing this match, is he?
He's not refereeing this match. Toby Reynolds is refereeing this match. Why are you scratching your head like you have an idea?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Look at that nice go around there by Will Rood going behind the Boss, Derek Sanders, taunting him a little. What's that all about?
Well,
Show some respect, Will Rood.
Well, this is definitely a personal issue between Will Rood and Derek Sanders. But now the tag is made to Alexis Dareveko, and he and Will Rood lock up in the center of the ring. And Dareveko takes the side headlock on Rood. Rood trying to fight out, but that side headlock is locked in there pretty tight by Dareveko, wrenching it back down so Rood can't get out of it. Rood trying to get some separation on the hands of Dareveko and turns it around now.
Now, how well is Will Rood going to fare against Alexis Dareveko? He spent the last year with the Boss, Derek Sanders. He has wrestled the Boss, Derek Sanders on, I believe, 2 occasions here in APW now, I believe. And does he have the skills to take on the Russian Wolf Alexis Dareveko? That's the question.
I believe so. Will Rood, of course, was training at the All Pro Wrestling Boot Camp until, unfortunately, he needed to provide a roof for his family, and he decided to sign with the Boss and go under the become gainfully employed by the Boss, Derek Sanders. But now he's back with the All Pro Wrestling Boot Camp and back on his own terms, and he's been getting in some extra hours in the gym with his friend and mentor, Big Country Jody Kristofferson. There's a right hand from Will Rood, and he's just going right after Alexis Dareveko, definitely the veteran in this contest.
Friend and mentor Jody Kristofferson. That's somebody to look up to, is Big Country,
Well, Will Rood got hung up on the rope there, going for the splash, but now being targeted and attacked by the Russian Wolf, Alexis Dareveko.
Toby Reynolds. No Sparky Ballard.
What are you going on about the referee for?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all, John Roberts. Let's watch this incredible action. Former Universal Heavyweight Champion, the Boss, Derek Sanders, in the ring with the young rookie, Will Rood.
Setting him up for a scoop and a slam, sets him down hard.
That's right, Derek. You are the boss.
Taking a Kodak moment for the cameras as he drops a knee. But Will Rood able to get out of the way, saw it coming, and now has the Boss cornered and makes a tag to Big Country, who also has a history past with the Boss.
Absolutely despicable. They're blatantly ignoring the referee's count, breaking the rules. Both of those men were in there. Jody Kristofferson fighting Derek Sanders in the corner. Ridiculous.
Snap power slam from Big Country, but only a 2 count that time for Kristofferson.
Would you consider Jody Kristofferson a role model for the young people watching this television program?
I would.
Why?
Why? Because he goes out and he does everything he can to get the victory, but he stays within the rules of every single match, and he goes out there and puts all of his heart and soul into every match he's in.
Really. He goes. You saw here, he held him up with the abdominal stretch just for Will Rood to get that cheap shot into the ribs. That's playing by the rules, John Roberts.
He had 5 seconds to get out of the ring.
Oh, so now you get to use that excuse, but as if I choke, that's completely illegal.
Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to Gym Wars.
Eight of the top young talents in Northern California.
This really wasn't about all pro wrestling tonight. This is about professional wrestling in Northern California. Everyone in this tournament are winners. It's about coming up. It's about paying your dues, working hard. And they did that for you fans tonight.
And we're back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. Lateral press from Dareveko on Rood, but Rood able to kick out. Right before we went to commercial break, you saw the team of Derek Sanders and Alexis Dareveko get control over Will Rood. Rood trying to fight back with that flying crossbody off the ropes. 1, 2, only 2.
Will Rood crawling, trying to get to that corner, but he just can't do it. Poor Will Rood. And now Dareveko targeting the spine of Rood, probably setting him up for a Northern Lights suplex or an F5 or a sandblaster from Derek Sanders. And now Will Rood's face meets the white leathery boot of the boss, Derek Sanders. There we go. Look at this. We got to count to 5, right, John Roberts, before anybody really breaks a rule?
Yes, sir. You're right.
All right.
But you know what? Will Rood and Jody Kristofferson only did that once, and it was very quick.
Now you're laying down excuses for the young team. I completely understand this. I understand. No, I get it.
You understand what?
I understand exactly where you lie as an unbiased commentator. I totally get it.
Will Rood in trouble. There's a shot to the gut as Derek Sanders kept control of the face of Will Rood while Dareveko got in a shot on the kidneys of Rood, but Rood floats over the top of Dareveko, who's looking to slam him hard, and now takes a side headlock in the center of the ring, gets sent into the ropes, trying to take down the much larger opponent in the Russian Wolf.
It's not gonna
but
happen.
To no avail. Now runs, hits the ropes once again, ducks the clothesline, and trying with a flying shoulder tackle, puts Dareveko on his knees, and now in comes Kristofferson over the top rope. Some help there from Rood, slingshotting his own partner over the top rope into his opponent. Kristofferson ducks the double clothesline and a double flying shoulder tackle from Kristofferson, takes down the boss and Alexis Dareveko,
who have quickly gone to the outside to get their bearings, take a breath. I totally understand. I totally get it. That's fine. They need a moment. I understand. And yeah, it's right. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Jody Kristofferson and Will Rood pulled the hair.
Will Rood moving on up to the top rope. Flying off and taking them both out in the war zone.
Will Rood is sacrificing his young career by these stupid, just ridiculous ideas of going to the top rope and jumping all the way down to the floor, this unpadded cement floor of the APW garage. What's wrong with this kid?
And a meeting of the minds in the war zone as Kristofferson and Rood slam Sanders and Dareveko's faces into each other. And right now, the team of Sanders and Dareveko are in a lot of trouble as Rood and Kristofferson throw both opponents into the ring.
Will Rood is the legal man at this time,
and Kristofferson is in his corner. Rood going to the top rope, flying off with an elbow drop, but nobody home. Dareveko trying to capitalize on the moment, hooks the leg, but Rood's far leg floats all the way over to that bottom rope.
Will Rood can't even kick out. What's left in his tank? He can't even kick out of a pin.
Will Rood always trying to put on a show here in the garage and going for that big elbow drop. You have to think that his adrenaline, passion were flowing through him at that time, but Dareveko smartly moving out of the way just before impact. And now Dareveko and Sanders taking it to Rood.
Derek Sanders has Will Rood exactly where he wants him. He's just going to toy with the kid now. He's going to stretch his arms. He's going to pull at that neck. He's going to do everything he can to punish Will Rood for the disrespect that he's shown the boss, Derek Sanders, not just in the last few weeks, not just in the last month here on APW, but for the entire time that they were together. Will Rood could never, ever follow the boss's instructions to the T. What's wrong with this kid?
Well, the boss with a surfboard there in the center of the ring, but Will Rood able to counter, and now using his head as a weapon and surfboarding Derek Sanders, but Sanders countering him, breaks down his legs again, and now using his foot just like he did his knee moments ago, and really trying to put in the torture and the pain on the shoulders of Will Rood. Oh, and a shot to the spine, followed by a second one and a third one. Those patent white leather boots of Derek Sanders definitely getting some work in today on the spine of Will Rood. Rood trying to fight out, but Sanders again powering down the rookie with that big forearm to the face. And the tag is made to Dareveko.
An open palm strike that could break the ribs of Will Rood. Remember, Alexis Dareveko trained to be a pro wrestler in the frozen tundras of Mother Russia. He is one tough animal in there.
A shot to the face takes down Rood. Rood appears to be on Dream Street here, following all the pain that's been brought his way by the team of Sanders and his gun-for-hire Dareveko. Forearm smash to the face of Dareveko by Rood, but Dareveko continues to punish Rood, set him up for a side Russian leg sweep and taking him down. And a menacing stare by Dareveko towards Kristofferson, hooks the leg, Kristofferson in to break it up.
Interjecting himself in the match where he doesn't belong.
And now Sanders coming in behind Rood and attacking him. We have to take a commercial break, don't go anywhere.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396. Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome back to the main event of Gym Wars. Will Rood trying to fight against Sanders here in this tag team match. Oh, but a clothesline from Sanders takes down Rood. Once again, the boss and his gun-for-hire, Alexis Dareveko. There's a cover 1, 2. Really taking it to Will Rood and his friend, Big Country, Jody Kristofferson.
The boss, Derek Sanders, is always going to be one step ahead of Jody Kristofferson and Will Rood in everything that they do.
A front face lock there by Sanders on Rood, and you can see there is a lot of distance for Rood to cover to make the tag to Kristofferson. Jody reaching in, trying to make the tag. Rood almost there. I'm surprised how far he's gotten. Oh, but now Dareveko comes in to distract the referee. The tag was made, but behind the referee's back.
Classic. Distract the referee, can't see the tag. You're able to keep the tired man in there. What excellent tag team strategy by the boss, Derek Sanders, and of course the Russian wolf, Alexis Dareveko.
Well, the tag was made behind the back of the referee once again by Dareveko and the boss, but I guess he must have heard a hand slap and is allowing the tag to happen. Dareveko setting Rood up for a vertical suplex, trying to lift him all the way up, and he brings it down with authority. But Rood trying to reach for a tag desperately. A cocky, arrogant cover there from Dareveko. You got to think if he had hooked a leg and folded Rood up like an accordion, he would have gotten the victory that time.
It's entirely possible, but it's only a matter of time before the boss Derek Sanders and the Russian wolf Alexis Dareveko pack this one in and they go home with the victory, their hands held high, celebrating the boss Derek Sanders penthouse suite with a bottle of Chablis.
What is Chablis?
It's a type of alcoholic beverage that is enjoyed by the affluent.
Like yourself? Anyway.
Absolutely.
The boss, Derek Sanders, continuing to work away at the face of Will Rood, but Rood trying to fight back. Right hands to the jaw and now to the gut of Derek Sanders. Big European uppercut. Now setting Sanders up to whip him across the ring, but gets countered. Rood in trouble. Back elbow takes down Will Rood. And now Sanders again with an arrogant cover, trying to put some pressure on the chest of Rood while covering him. And it was a legal cover, but Rood able to kick out just in time once again. The boss setting him up for another scoop and a slam. We saw this earlier. Plants him hard again. And now Derek Sanders going after Kristofferson. Jody jumping right back up on the apron, trying to get back involved in this match, but to no avail. The team of Sanders and Dareveko just trying to destroy Will Rood, and Kristofferson not able to make the tag into this match.
Jody Kristofferson needs to keep that anger in check. He needs to lengthen that fuse and not be so easy to irritate, or else he's going to find Will Rood in situations like this every couple of minutes.
Well, Dareveko with a sleeper applied, and the boss stepping through the second rope, or leaning through the second and third rope, and taking a moment to jaw jack with Will Rood and tell him just what he thinks of him. But you can hear this Gym Wars crowd strongly behind the team of Rood and Kristofferson chanting, "Will's the boss, Will's the boss."
Who's the boss?
They were saying Will's the boss. Will Rood trying to crawl towards a tag, but Sanders able to make a tag first. Actually, no tag by Sanders, just getting involved once again as Dareveko holds on the legs and crawls
There's a
towards
legal
the
tag for you. Derek Sanders thought he had it earlier, but he went back when he realized that he didn't quite follow the rule, and he got the tag. Just following the rules. Boss Derek Sanders didn't win.
And attacked the non-legal man by hitting Kristofferson.
You know what? He understands.
And Kristofferson is definitely a short fuse burning there on the apron. Once into this match, big time, but Will Rood is in trouble in the center of the ring, and Sanders is playing great prevent defense, putting himself between his opponent and his goal.
Absolutely. That's the way to victory in a tag team match. You got to keep their divide and conquer. Very simple.
Will Rood trying to fight out, trying to get in a pinning predicament there for Sanders, but Sanders able to kick out and keep control, but this time Sanders has to break the submission in order to get out of that pinning predicament.
I believe that Will Rood is never going to be able to make this tag. This team of Derek Sanders and Alexis Dareveko is just too good to beat.
If you're just joining us here on Gym Wars, John Roberts alongside Matthew Thiel here calling this great main event tag team match. And there's a big vertical suplex from the boss, Derek Sanders. Sanders and his gun for hire, Alexis Dareveko, just destroying Will Rood right now as Big Country Jody Kristofferson is helpless is trying to get to his helpless tag team partner right now, but Kristofferson is stranded on the outside of the ring. Matthew Thiel, who do you think is going to win this match? Do you think that Will Rood can fight back and make a tag here and get the win for his team?
Why would you even ask me that question? Have you not been listening to me for the last 15 minutes?
I don't know. Maybe you had a change of heart for a moment?
Never. When it comes to the disrespect for Will Rood and Jody Kristofferson, the anti-role model, of course I'm going to vote for the team of Derek Sanders and Alexis Dareveko, the epitome of greatness here in APW.
Well, the boss, Derek Sanders and Dareveko, continuing to use some tag team offense. These two have never tagged together ever, but so far they've been showing some great chemistry. It must have to do with the money, the amount of money that the boss has thrown at Alexis Dareveko.
That's entirely possible, but here's a question for you, John Roberts. This beating that Will Rood is going to take, how do you think this is going to impact him in the Young Lions Cup? It's very soon. I'm sure Will Rood's going to participate in that tournament.
He's definitely going to be beaten up and sore, but there he is with a flying forearm. He's trying to get to a tag, pulling himself on the ropes with what little strength he has left, trying to make the tag, makes the tag to Kristofferson, and in comes Big Country, clothesline to Derek Sanders, clothesline to Dareveko. Dareveko and Big Country are the legal men right now. Scooping a slam by Big Country, and now a drop kick takes down Dareveko. And a palm thrust to the face of Sanders, sitting down with that axe handle on the face. Cover hooks like 1, 2, almost 3 that time. I must have missed it, but there had to have been a tag between the boss and Dareveko. Otherwise, Toby Reynolds wouldn't have been counting that pinfall. Big Country.
Ooh, with a jackhammer.
A jackhammer. I thought he was going to go for that signature offense, the one-man flapjack, but hits that big jackhammer.
Oh, the spear right out of nowhere onto Dareveko. That's normally a match ender. If he did it to Derek Sanders, you got to believe it would be over.
And these two are rolling all the way to the outside, and they continue to fight. Big Country, of course, is the legal man. Will Rood now getting in the ring and
blinded by his rage, blinded by the revenge. He's not the legal man. What is he doing?
But wait,
there's Sparky Ballard.
That can't be Sparky Ballard. It's the Man in Black once again interjecting himself in another match.
It's Sparky Ballard with the DDT right onto Will Rood. I don't believe it. How dare Sparky? What a despicable display.
We've seen him get involved once before in a Will Rood match. Just cover 1, 2, 3, and Derek Sanders gets the victory. But thanks again to the Man in Black.
And the winners in 18 minutes and 3 seconds, the team of Alexis Dareveko and the boss, Derek Sanders.
The evidence speaks for itself, John Roberts. I haven't seen Sparky Ballard this entire episode, and then suddenly, here we go, Man in Black able to get the DDT on there. But what's happening next week?
Next week, the internet title is on the line as Sheik Kanabati takes on Out of Control Matt Carlos for Carlos's Worldwide Internet Championship. That is going to be an amazing contest.
It'll be an exciting rematch from what they had a couple of weeks ago.
And in our main event, the Universal Heavyweight Championship is on the line as Blackwell goes one-on-one with the champ, Dylan Drake.
Dylan Drake, of course, is a two-time Universal Heavyweight Champion, but Blackwell has held that belt before, and I'm sure he wants it again.
Well, who is this mysterious man in black? We'll have to wait and find out.
Sparky Ballard.
Titles are on the line next week. For Matthew Thiel, I'm John Roberts. We'll see you next week on Gym Wars.